The situation in northeast Nigeria has progressively deteriorated over the past 4 years. Villagers fleeing from fighting and attacks have had to abandon their homes. The majority of them have sought refuge in Borno State, where there are now 500,000 displaced people. Most of the displaced persons camps are in state capital Maiduguri, but Islamist group BOKO HARAM still has the town in its sights and attacked it several times in 2014 and 15. With the economy at a standstill and the provision of healthcare virtually non-existent, needs are enormous. MSF has been working in Maiduguri since 2014. The teams have set up stationary and mobile clinics in the town's most densely populated camps and handled the transfer of emergency cases to hospitals. As well as respiratory infections, malaria is a constant threat.
Yeah, actually, malaria in Maiduguri, you can imagine how all the camps is been set up. Of course, most of the camps are schools and buildings which are not really completed, like for example, 80% in completion. Most of the windows are not there, so definitely there is no mosquito netting in the building, and also there are a lot of stagnant water around. So definitely you can imagine you have a lot of mosquitoes, and that can cause the malaria.
In such poor sanitary conditions, malaria epidemics are not the only risk. Between September and December 2014, MSF responded to a cholera outbreak in several of Maiduguri's camps. Around 7,000 people received treatment, almost 40% of whom were from the camps for the displaced.
In addition to that, we set up a surveillance system to investigate outbreaks, to detect them as early as possible and to respond to them.
Fighting between Boko Haram and the Nigerian army resumed at the end of March 2015, and over 6,000 people have swelled the numbers of displaced in Maiduguri. The health issues this time are compounded by food shortages.
Most of the IDPs are farmers in their original villages before the displacement. They couldn't cultivate, they couldn't plant, and we anticipate a major nutrition crisis in Borno State.
The influx of displaced people will continue as long as the fighting and attacks continue. MSF teams will endeavour to provide a response, adaptive to new needs as they arise.
During the last few months and weeks, we have witnessed a significant deterioration of the humanitarian situation in the northeast of Nigeria due to the increased violence. Thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes and to look for refuge in safe havens, notably in Maiduguri and Yola and other regions in Nigeria. Thousands have also crossed the border into neighboring Cameroon, Chad and Niger. People who have fled have lost almost all their belongings and need basic items. Some of them have also lost contacts with their family or with their children. Others have been caught up in fighting or in bomb blasts and need urgent medical assistance, and the medical facilities either are not working or are completely overstretched. In the last few months and weeks, for example, we have assisted 50,000 IDPs in Maiduguri with food and non-food items, 12,500 IDPs in Yola in Adamawa State with the same assistance, and 5,000 in Kano. This program goes along with the Nigerian Red Cross Society and includes also assistance such as shelter, water, sanitation and health assistance. We also are looking now into the issue of separated family members, notably the unaccompanied minor, where we have started to register them and try to find their families. For the wounded and sick, we have a full surgical medical team here available, which can assist in any place in Nigeria to help directly the hospitals to operate, and we have quite a significant stock of medical supplies so that we can give donations to health facilities. We also work together with the National Society, the Nigerian Red Cross, in order to boost their capacity to respond to the needs. The first one is, especially in the northeast of Nigeria, is access to certain areas, the rural areas. You don't really have access. And we are working on that one, so we have to concentrate on where the people come to the safe havens. Others are just the sheer dimension of the assistance needed. We do our best, we increase our capacity, but the needs are enormous and we really have to concentrate on the most vulnerable ones. We also increase our assistance in neighboring countries, so not only in Nigeria, but it's now a regional dimension where we coordinate with our neighboring delegations to give the best possible assistance to these people.